And if you did love that star bag charm, it's also going to be available in the snowy pearl variation, which honestly is like a 10 out of 10 cutesy thing. However, you know, there was this VIP Chanel charm that was also a star and it was also metallic. This kind of reminds me of that. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. Guys, Louis Vuitton is, you know, very much known for reissuing limited edition styles again and again. And it just so happens that this Velvety Sequin Speedy is going to come out very soon. So if you missed out on that collection, it was something that was, I think, pretty desirable back in the early 2010s, and I think they did quite a few variations of bags with like velvet with a sequin overlay. I've actually seen it in real life and it's really stunning. I thought it was interesting that Louis Vuitton are going to reissue this line because it's not something that I think is talked about as something like, you know, the Murakami collection or even the Kusama or anything like that. I actually don't know where it stemmed from or if it's like inspired by an artist or anything. However, it is a little bit more girly, I would say. And Louis Vuitton, they don't often do sequined bags. Like sometimes they do, but combining the sequin with the monogram is a little bit special. So the original Speedy was just like a Speedy, but it felt a little bit more elevated. I think it was in the size 30. This new one is going to be in the size 20, which I think is a little bit more popular these days. You know, even though people say big bags are coming back, I still feel like in general people love like the Speedy 20. You can almost wear it for a special occasion. And it will have a detachable crossbody strap as well, which is different from the original version of the Speedy, which I believe didn't have a strap. This bag, I actually don't know how much it's going to cost. Okay, I don't have the price here, but it's quite pretty, and I think something very special if you are a Louis Vuitton collector and you tend to be more gravitating towards monogram and those pieces which you can even dress up a little bit more. This finish is also going to be available in a Noe BB with a chain as well, which again, the Noe bag is a very classic silhouette, similar to the Speedy, and I think this in itself will be quite popular as well. And there's also going to be a few other bags in this velvet sequin finish. It's called the Monogram Sequin, including Pochette Accessories, which again is, I think, a cult classic for Louis Vuitton. And this style, actually, originally in this style as well, they did come out with a pochette. So they are kind of doing similar styles that they used to do, but I guess making them more current today. A vanity chain pouch with the sequins on it as well, with the gorgeous chain. This is like the slimmer version of the vanity. I know they used to do the vanity PM, which was a little bit bigger. Now, lately, when they do these limited editions, they do this more slimline vanity, which kind of looks like a little bit more like the proportions of like the Laura Piana pochette or something like that. It's just a little bit more dainty. And actually, I don't know if they're going to do an Alma BB in this collection, but I do think an Alma would suit this kind of finish as well. Now, if you're not into the monogram sequin, guys, there is going to be a lot of other monogram things going on, including a monogram, what is this? A monogram teddy collection. So this is another kind of combination on a Speedy Soft 30 in the teddy version, which it basically means it's got a touch of shearling. Louis Vuitton have done like shearling variations of bags in the past. Like they always kind of bring them out every year or so, like a winter collection. But this one features a lot more of that signature monogram. I love how they've kind of made the luggage tag fluffy as well. And the last year or so, they've been releasing a lot of versions of the Speedy Soft 30. I think, you know, with the rise of big bags coming back in fashion and people going for those more slouchy shoulder styles, which we also saw a lot on the recent runway shows, these kind of big slouchy bags. The Speedy Soft 30, it's a kind of like a modern day interpretation of a classic Speedy, but it's like intentionally squishy and drapes in a more relaxed manner. And it also comes with usually its own shoulder strap as well, whereas usually the Speedy will come with like a crossbody and a strap that you can make a shoulder strap, but this one, it kind of has a different strap variation. This bag also comes with not only a luggage tag, but a lock key and clochette as well. And it's going to be Oh wow, 3,500 pounds. So I assume it's going to be like over 6,000 Australian dollars, which is a lot for a Speedy. But you know, every time something is shearling, it just jacks up the price. And there's going to be a flipping it inside out, upside down Neverfull in the shearling as well. So you can get your fluffy touch with your Neverfull too, which usually I wouldn't expect a Neverfull to be shearling, but I must say it is pretty cute on this bag. Features the monogram canvas with the black trim and the fluffy shearling on the top edge. However, if you want more fluffiness in your life, you can reverse this, flip this inside out, and have the full fluffy version as well. Now, actually, I have had fluffy bags. I have had shearling bags before. At one point, I had a shearling toy Lulu, which was actually so cute. And I remember, like, a few years ago, I remember I really wanted... Oh, yeah, I bought the Loewe bunny bag, but I remember they had it in a shearling version as well. That was also so cute. So, I feel like shearling bags, they're kind of, like, hot for, like, a season or so, and then they kind of, like, people forget about them. But yeah, shearling is back, you guys. So this Inside Out BB Neverfull, it is very, like, I guess, seasonal. You don't tend to wear something like this in the summertime. But if you're somebody who loves wearing big jackets and, like, you know, maybe you live in Melbourne even, where it's, like, always bloody cold, even in summer sometimes, this could be, like, quite, like, versatile for you. If you live in more of a tropical climate, you probably might want to avoid this collection. I don't think it's going to be as easy to style with, like, summer clothes, but definitely, like, with Ugg boots, with more laid-back outfits, this could be very cutesy and casual. And there's also going to be a puffer jacket collection. Now, I actually found more photos of this, but I lost it. So there is going to be another inside-out variation of a Neverfull, but it's going to be full, like, puffy monogram, which they have done before as well. And there's also, they're bringing back the Speedy 25 in the puffy monogram. Now, I've heard that this, like, puffy nylon material, it does have quality defects. Like, they've done this a few times, and I've always heard of, like, quality issues with it. Perhaps they fixed that now, but yeah, interesting that they keep bringing back this puffy nylon variation. I guess it also fits into the winter theme, more casual vibes. And also, I just wanted to mention there's going to be more shearling bags as well coming, including the Pochette Mia, which is a newer pochette from Louis Vuitton, and this one features more shearling on the outside and just a touch of monogram, and of course the famous kind of like Pochette Matisse lock, the S lock, and this bag is going to be pretty much 3,000 USD, which is quite expensive actually. I also have to mention the new metallic collection coming out, which again is inspired from a previous collection where Louis Vuitton had a lot of the mirror finish, which, you know, came in gold and silver. Now they're doing more of like a bronze color with silver. And one of my favorite things from this collection is definitely this star little pouch thing. It's a little star bag charm, and it's going to be £600, so it's not cheap at all. And I think this will look super cute on some of the other bags they're doing in this mirror collection, like the Alma BB, which I think will be quite collectible. I think if you're somebody who was drawn to like the Murakami Alma BB or something like that, this is another kind of special version of an Alma BB. Again, it's a very classic style. I don't know what the inside of this bag is going to look like, but yeah, that's quite special. There's also going to be the vanity pouch, similar to the Sequin collection, but also in metallic. There's going to be a few gold variations as well. Copper variations, the copper Alma BB, the copper Petit Mal. That's actually quite special. I believe there's going to be some Speedies as well. I'm pretty sure there was like a copper Speedy 25 and potentially a metallic silver Speedy as well. So yeah, a few variations from this collection as well. And finally, I have to mention this new pink Snowy Pearl collection. Very cute. So the Nano Speedy in the Snowy Pearl variation, it's like an iridescent pink with bag charms. And if you did love that star bag charm, it's also going to be available in the Snowy Pearl variation, which honestly is like a 10 out of 10 cutesy thing. However, you know, there was this VIP Chanel charm that was also a star and it was also metallic. This kind of reminds me of that, like that. I feel like this looks very familiar, and yeah, it's because Chanel has already done like a star bag charm in like an pink. I think they've done like a metallic color as well. So I feel like it's very similar, and perhaps they were like, without even knowing, inspired by that charm as well. But it is pretty adorable. However, it's going to be very expensive. Like, yeah, like over $1,000 Australian. And also, if you're not into this super metallic finish, there is going to be more of like a more dull metallic, like this off-duty backpack, which looks a little bit more edgy. And the very popular carry-all bag as well in this more kind of muted metallic. And this one, you know, I think it's very trendy. It's a little bit more edgy and it doesn't feature as much monogram. But I think the carry-all bag in particular has become like super popular for Louis Vuitton. And it's one of those bags that look a little bit more edgy and wearable. And it's still recognizable, but isn't like super typical Louis Vuitton like you usually think of Louis Vuitton. So I think this is one of those newer bags that have actually performed really well. But anyways, guys, just wanted to keep you updated on some of the new LV releases. As per usual, let me know if anything is striking your fancy. I think the sequin variations are really pretty. However, I think if I had to choose anything, it'd have to be the star bag charm. That is adorable. And I do have a soft spot for the pink Nano Speedy. You gotta admit that is pretty cute. And I think that will be pretty popular as well. So guys, thanks for watching and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye!